The inspector might at least have waited until morning. I mean, a job like this in the middle of the night? It's not to my liking.
Come now, Miller. Stop complaining. The inspector needs a post-mortem right away.
Doctor, I saw all the victims. What a horrible sight. I'm used to seeing death. But I assure you, I got sick.
And they think a werewolf did the killing. According to the people around here, it was the man whose body is waiting for the post-mortem. Ignorance and superstition won't disappear easily from this part of the world. Too bad.
Daninsky. Right after he came to Alzey, this reign of terror commenced.
Werewolves, silver bullets, and all that nonsense. Men are shot up to the moon today, and people still believe those stupid old tales.
There are mysterious forces on this earth. Things that science hasn't explained as yet. Yes, sir, things that lead people to a fate worse than death. And there is very little that science can do.
I don't believe in superstition.
Dr. Hartwig, look at the scar. It's pentagonal. It's the mark of the werewolf.
I'm going to make an incision in his chest.
Dr. Hartwig, don't you want to start on the stomach?
He's supposed to be a werewolf, right? According to the old legend, if the bullet that killed him is extracted from his chest, he should come back to life. Let's see. Please, will you get me the other bisturi? I'm going to take out those 2 silver bullets, and I can assure you our Mr. Daninsky will be as dead as ever. There, you see. Got a light?
Yes. Where did I put my lighter? Just a minute. Yes, here it is. Here it is.
essay you're writing. It should be finished by now.
I'm still working on it. It's not easy. There's so much to write.
Let's see whether I remember. It's something about black magic. Witchcraft. Professed worship of Satan. And the Inquisition in France. Am I right?
Fairly close. Lately we've come across a really most fascinating character. Wandesa Dárvula Nadasdy, Hungarian countess who lived in the 11th century. There's quite a legend about her. A rather horrible one. She practiced all the known procedures of black magic. She took part in the Sabbath and worshipped Satan. The Inquisition tried to condemn her, but strangely enough, all who came in contact with her were eventually murdered. To preserve her beauty, she practiced an ancient ritual that was handed down through all the mistresses of black magic. She drank the blood of young virgins. After draining their young bodies of all their blood, she disposed of her victims in a unique way. Legend has it that she was a vampire, and that her lover, discovering the truth, killed her the only way possible. He stabbed her with the silver cross of the Mayenza chalice.
To her corpse.
She was buried in a hidden place. Genevieve and I have found an old document that describes exactly the place where the tomb can be found. It's in the north near some godforsaken village. We leave tomorrow by car. I'm very excited.
You know, your enthusiasm is very contagious. I wish I could go along with you. But I must go to Istanbul. Duty calls.
Take care of yourself, Marcel. And please, don't take any unnecessary risks.
Don't be worried. I've seen so many James Bond pictures. By now I know all the tricks. Now let's concentrate on you and me and no more questions about my trip to Turkey. I want you to think seriously about me. This will be the main subject of all our conversations. Okay?
We're lost.
You know, it's a great way to see the country.
We should have already reached the village, don't you agree?
Yeah.
Soon it will be dark. And we should try to find some direction.
We should try and find some gas.
What a place. It makes me so creepy.
Perhaps Count Dracula will appear. I'm sure that he would invite us to spend the night at his castle.
Oh, you. That's not funny. Look, we better see whether anybody here can help us.
Mm-hmm.
I feel better.
You're lucky to have found me. I'm the only one who lives around here. I just happen to be in this area exploring these ruins. My house is over there, a couple kilometers away.
And what about the village of Les Chats? Is it far from here?
The village is rather far. Quite far, in fact. Accept my hospitality for a few days. Pierre, my handyman, he has a small car and can take you to the village. There you can get some gasoline and be on your way.
Have you got a telephone?
Sorry, no telephone. And no electricity. You might think it's a bit primitive living in this area, but I find the conditions ideally suitable for my work. I'm a writer. I've been living here for 6 months. By now, I'm a bit thirsty for some intelligent conversation.
Thank you, Mr. Daninsky.
I'm writing a book about the history of Gothic churches and monuments. Here in the north of France, I found many buildings practically unknown.
Will you have your book published in France?
I don't think so. It's for the University of Cologne.
Oh. As we told you, Elvira and I are going to graduate soon. We're here to work on our final thesis. Perhaps you could help us, since you know the area around here so well.
I'll be glad to help you in any possible way. What is it you're looking for?
We're looking for the tomb of a famous witch, a countess, expert in black magic, who could turn into a vampire. The tomb should be near here. Her name was Wandesa Dárvula de Nadasdy. We're a little tired. Are you coming, Genevieve?
Yes. Good night.
Good night. See you in the morning.
Hope you sleep well.
Tomorrow I'm going to tell our host. Wow, he should do something about it. You know, Elvira, it's time we went to bed, okay? Well?
It's foolish for us to be staying here.
There wasn't much we could do.
This man has been lying to us all the time. There are strange things here. Have you noticed how the table was set? Only a woman has that touch. Besides, he told us that there was no electricity at all for the house. I saw bulbs and switches. Why don't they work?
Okay, so the dinner table was properly set. But all he served us was a dish of cold cuts, and that's a man's way of eating. As for the bulbs and switches, it's possible the installation hasn't been connected yet.
Another thing. Did you notice how upset he became tonight when I mentioned Wandesa? Almost fainted.
Oh, come now. Go to bed and stop making up wild stories. I don't think the man is that strange. I'm convinced that he is a kind person who is trying to help us. He said he was thirsty for company. Be nice.
Genevieve, there's no lock. It means we'll have to leave the door open.
Oh, cut it out, will you? Please let me sleep. I'm tired. No vampire is going to suck your blood. Don't be afraid. This isn't Dracula's house. Take a couple of sleeping pills. No, just take one. They're rather strong. It'll do you good. You'll sleep easily.
Genevieve, you took some, didn't you?
Sure, I always do. Please let me sleep. I'm tired.
listen to me. Autrement, vous pouvez mourir.
Get you. Room surprised me. Now I feel much better with you here.
So it's best you go to sleep now. It's been a long day. You look tired. So you're sure you'll be all right?
Yes, thank you.
Shocked by it. Lost her mental stability. Couldn't put her in an asylum. I preferred to isolate her. That's why I came here. Because she's happy. She has a daily routine. Does little things for me. The house. She's really harmless.
Why didn't you let us know before?
I guess I should have. Maybe shouldn't hide her anymore. By the way, do you remember what she said last night? Poor thing. She dreams up the craziest things. Sometimes about me.
I can't remember anything. It was all so confusing. She wanted me to go away, I think.
Genevieve.
Don't you understand, Elizabeth? You mustn't frighten these girls. They're my last hope. So I want you to be very careful.
She was in the shack, looking at the chains. She has found out everything.
There's nothing to find out, now that I've locked the shack. Elizabeth, leave them alone. Elizabeth, please do as I say. Leave them alone.
We should leave. It's a matter of common sense. Personally, I don't mind walking for 100 miles.
Or 1,000 miles. Look, he explained all about his sister.
Oh, don't you realize she almost killed me? I don't trust her sweet little brother anymore. God knows what they're both up to.
Genevieve, listen to me. There are circumstances you don't understand. Genevieve, he needs help. He's so terribly unhappy, and his sister is sick. Something terrible happened to her. Waldemar is trying to help her.
And what did he tell you about those chains and the bloodstain?
There's plenty of game here, deer and wild pigs. The former owner used to skin the animals in that shack.
Well, I don't know. I'm warning you. Believe me, if that mad woman appears again, I'll leave so fast you won't see the dust from my shoes. Elvira, be careful. Don't let your soft heart get you into a situation you might regret.
Come on, let's go on downstairs. We'll take our papers and documents with us. He seems very interested in helping us.
Too interested, I think.
With your papers here, the ones I have, the key is the ruins.
All the evidence points to the place called Devil's Crossing. That's not far from the Chapel of St. Anne. There was a monk, a disciple of Satan, whose name was Baptiste Verdun, who used to celebrate Black Mass according to the directions set forth by the Countess de Nadasdy.
I know where the crossing is, near the ruins of the chapel.
Then is it far from the monastery we saw?
It appears that it is. I never thought of it. Very stupid of me. The tomb, near the chapel.
Suicide, or those who had been executed for practicing any kind of witchcraft, were buried at a crossing like this one. Crossings were also considered as ideal places to summon Satan or start toward his Sabbath.
Your papers are correct. This is the place.
Wandesa, Dárvula, Nadasdy, 1452 to 1480. Satan's favorite mistress. It says, no one must disturb her rest until the day of the last judgment.
I really never thought she existed.
Tomb. Let's not profane it. Let's go.
Nonsense. Only by opening the coffin can we make sure the Countess is inside. Besides, I want to take some photographs. They'll be sensational. And then we could be famous.
As you wish. But I don't want to be here when you and Waldemar are opening her coffin. I'll be waiting near the ruins of St. Anne's Chapel.
That's a... Oh. were pulled out of her chest, she would regain her power. And then it says, the breath that will bring her back to life will be red.
That's only a legend. Better get Elvira.
She didn't want to stick around for the unveiling. We should find her at the old chapel, I think.
Better put things in order.
Got some good ones.
Tomorrow the handyman is scheduled to be here. We can go to the village. We can get our gas, and then we can go out of this place. I wish we were back in civilization. Like in the middle of traffic, with life pulsating around me. I miss dancing and enjoying a nice dinner with Marcel.
Marcel? I don't think so. You seem more interested in our friend here.
Perhaps. But everything is so strange here, so absurd. I'm beginning to think nothing is real. Maybe this is a nightmare and there are no dead who come back to life. And all the weird things we've seen just don't exist.
And Waldemar doesn't exist. Even though he held you in his arms this afternoon. He, too, will be part of your delusions. Like all the things that are happening since we started on this god-awful trip.
If Marcel were here, I'm sure he could probably give us a scientific explanation. Perhaps someone is just trying to frighten us.
Elvira, do you believe in God?
Yes, of course. Why?
Then pray. It's all we can do. Pray with all the faith you have. I'm thirsty. I'm going downstairs to get some water. Can I get you anything?
No, thank you. But don't be long. I don't want to be left alone.
stabbed by the woman who loves him, then his soul will be free forever.
Genevieve? Genevieve, where are you? Genevieve? Genevieve, my God. I'm happy. It's beautiful, Elvira. Join me. Come with us, and you'll know what pleasure is.
Never opened the coffin. Baptiste, the monk, was brought back to life by the vampire Wandesa. She's regained her power. Little by little, she'll get more. And the terrible thing is that Walpurgis night is imminent. Endless horrors will begin to happen.
According to the legend, the Walpurgis night is when Satan takes over.
Yes. The devil will then have his power. Nothing can be done about it. Vampires will reign supreme. There'll be death and many strange things never seen by human beings.
But what should we do?
Pierre's coming. You must go with him. Get some gasoline and go from this place.
We must inform the police. Also, the people of the village should be told about what's happening. Together we can fight.
Nothing can be done about this. Believe me, I must fight by myself.
Genevieve is still here. I can't leave her. I can't leave you, darling. I can't leave because I love you. I love you with all my heart. And as long as you're with me, I'm not afraid of anything.
Pierre, darling, go with him to the village. If you're going to stay, we need the car. While you're gone, I'll make certain precautions for your safety. Take this cross and keep it with you at all times. It'll protect you from Wandesa.
To the village on the old road. Might take time. You'll enjoy the trip.
Pierre, would you take me to the post office? I must mail a letter.
At Les Chats there is no post office, but I would like you to see our nice butcher shop. There's many other interesting things in our village, like our peaceful little cemetery. I go every Sunday. You know, people are afraid of those who live near the monastery. They think I'm crazy. You don't think I'm crazy, do you? I get angry when people think I'm crazy. Well, I have a good reputation. I think all people should have a good reputation. Yes, I do. Did you hear about the woman? She was found murdered last night, near where you're living. Some say a werewolf tore open her throat. Even I have been under suspicion. No, I never killed anyone. No. People blab all the time. They say a lot of things about me. It is only lies they are spreading. Rumors, and none of them are true.
You're very beautiful.
I love your long red hair. It's lovely. Don't ever cut it. Why do women cut their hair? Maybe they think it makes them look nicer. But it doesn't. Not at all. You know, I think I could like you. You know, there are many women I don't like. Not at all.
For your soul. Tonight there's a full moon. By now, Wandesa is powerful, more powerful than ever. Can't sleep here. It's better for you in the lodge. There you'll be locked up and safe. And don't forget the cross, Elvira.
Will you stay with me? You're in danger, too.
No, I'll stay here. You must trust me.
Why should the door be locked? They can pass through it.
Don't ask any questions, darling. Just do as I say. Don't leave the lodge until after sunup.
Mm-hmm.
exploring Tibet. I became a werewolf. Later, I took shelter in a remote village near the Austrian border. Elizabeth used to help me by chaining me to the wall any time there was a full moon. Then one night I got away and killed some people. The villagers found out about my secret. Shot at me with silver bullets. No bullet brought death to me. I'm condemned to wander about the world, lost soul.
And only love can save you, am I right?
Yes. That love must drive the hand and stab my heart. It must be done with a Mayenza cross. Be my soul.
That's why you were looking for this cross.
Yes, that's right. And unfortunately, it brought Wandesa back.
And Genevieve's blood brought Wandesa back to life.
Yes. She turned her into a vampire. And tried to do the same with Elizabeth. Maybe you'll be next. Wandesa will try to stay alive. For that horrible night of the Walpurgis.
We must find out where she's hiding and try to destroy her.
It's difficult. So many places. It takes time.
We must try. She has the power and we have the cross.
The search should begin at the old cemetery.
Yes, vampires need a tomb to hide in.
I fear for you here. You must leave and get completely away.
Go where? To the village? They're ignorant people, easy to get excited. Pierre must have told them some things. Perhaps they found out what happened last night. Besides, I'm sure Wandesa will take her revenge against them. Their ancestors caused her death. I won't go. I'll stay with you, near you, darling. Genevieve.
It's all over. Everything's going to be all right.
Genevieve attacked me, and the cross didn't keep her away. She's made her mark on me. Oh, my God.
She won't come back. Listen to me. She's dead. Her mark disappears, and believe me, no ill effects for you. Now Genevieve is free. Darling, she's no longer damned. Pray for her. Pray for her soul. I've been all through these rooms. No sign of Wandesa.
We should explore all the vaults and underground passages.
They're practically endless. Worse than a maze. It would take years.
What is she up to? After Genevieve's death, she hasn't shown up at all.
Tonight we will have a full moon. I want you to put me in chains. Stay at the lodge and don't forget the cross.
Now you're mine. I've loved you from the moment I saw you. Your beauty shall be mine alone to behold. You will be with me forever. Elvira, I know our love has no future, but I want you to know that I'll remember this moment forever, my darling.
Bonjour. A glass of wine, please.
you seen the funeral? Another girl died. Nobody knows why they all died. But I think I know the reason.
Listen, was it a girl who had recently come here? A stranger?
No. Not at all. But I think I know who you mean.
Do you know where she is?
The girl you want is living in the cottage. It used to belong to Monsieur Jacquet.
Yes.
It's down in the valley, past the old road. Take my advice. Don't go there. There was another murder there last night, and my boyfriend is missing. I had warned my poor Pierre, but he wouldn't listen to me.
Why? What happened to him?
Went to the old monastery, near the knight's tomb. Then he began to act in a peculiar way. He wouldn't even make love to me anymore. I'm sure somebody has bewitched him. Disappeared. Never come back.
I'd like some proof of your story.
Policeman. You're used to facing dangerous criminals, aren't you? Because they're real human beings. But in that valley, they are mysterious, evil creatures. It's true, I have seen them by the full moon. Inspector, take care of yourself. Yeah, take care.
Why did you attack me?
I hate you. You killed my wife and baby!
You're the devil. The devil.
Marcel, I'm sorry to find out about Elvira and me this way. I'd have preferred to tell you under different circumstances, but so difficult to explain. Perhaps the death of Genevieve brought us closer. Didn't you know? So difficult to explain. Because things here are quite... Marcel, it's difficult to understand me. It's not a matter of facts and figures. I need her. She's important to me. Marcel, I need her help.
You say you need her. I suppose you can explain these strange deaths connected to you. Waldemar, I'm fully prepared to get a complete investigation underway, even though it's not my jurisdiction. All this talk about werewolves and vampires. I don't believe in such fairy tales. I deal only in concrete evidence. And I can't expose Elvira to unknown problems. And something else, Waldemar. I've heard certain things that needs a special investigation from a policeman to clear things up. Because you see, it seems that Pierre Guillon, your handyman, has been found killed near the Knight's tomb.
The Knight's tomb?
Naturally, I don't believe these rumors and accusations against you. Without all the facts. I just want Elvira out of danger, and if you loved her, you'd want the same thing, too. It's important, especially, if you want me to believe you, to help convince Elvira, since she has this strange attachment for you, to leave this place and come away with me.
What's most important to me is something unexplainable. She must stay here.
Now look here. No way possible she's going to stay behind with you. It's insanity. There's something mad about you. How can you expect her to remain here with you? I know she should go back to civilization, familiar surroundings, to be with her friends, be far off, away from the spell you've cast upon her. Then she'll come back to her normal senses. And I assure you, if Elvira desires to return, come back at me. I'll agree once you're cleared.
I guess you're right. Marcel, I'll convince Elvira to return with you.
Thank you, Waldemar. I'll wait in my car.
If you really love me, Elvira, you'll leave this place. I need the cross now, and if you stay, I must give it to you for protection. Marcel is outside in his car, waiting to take you from here. Please leave me now.
I can't leave you.
Wandesa needs blood. If I don't stop her in time, she'll be turning other young girls into vampires. The reign of terror won't stop. I think I know where she's hiding. Please go. Your leaving will be peace of mind for me. Tonight is Walpurgis night. Wandesa could acquire terrible powers. Must destroy her before. It was your letter that brought Marcel. He won't leave without you, so please leave.
My darling, I love you.
I love you.
take my revenge against Waldemar, he won't be able to save you. My Lord Satan will come. You will be his. Your young blood will make him rejoice. He's coming. The full moon will soon be high. Walpurgis night is here. Now my lord and master comes. And tonight we rule the world. you're free forever.